Hey folks, I'm finishing up a run. I'm trying to knock out a couple of 3 miles or so here in still in San Antonio until the end of the week. And then, but I wanted to do a quick video on how awesome the PD35 is as a running light. You too, as a non-athlete, can become a serious runner. But right now, we'll show off the light a little bit. So this is what I've reviewed before. The PD35 with SFT40. I know I've been doing a lot of reviews on the FST40s, but we got to have some supply until the new stuff comes in, right? I wanted to do this when I was running, but everybody would complain too much about the shaking camera, so I decided to wait until I was done, which I'm finally done. So here we go. You're getting the full 1700 lumens, and boy howdy, is it easy to believe that this is 1700 lumens. Look at how much context that gives to the throw. I'm just pointing it here to the next street and then the street after, and you can see that walloping ring of light just illuminating everything. So if it's a dog, a person, a cat, you can definitely enjoy how much illumination this is putting out. And so the more and more I get into this, knowledge of flashlights and reviewing flashlights and looking at different types and so forth and so on, the more I get away from dedicated throwers and get back to that 350 to 600 meter range, because it is just incredible how much more you can see when you have context to what you're putting light on. Of course, never mind the size, how this is such an amazing little, it's getting hot, but I charged it up just for this run because I knew I wanted to run later and I needed to do something. But anywho, I'm going to give it a break here and then catch you up the road. Here we are on the road home. It just stepped down on me just as it was about to burn my hand, which tells you Phoenix's heat management system very definitely works. And it does so in a way that you can tell, but it doesn't leave you crapped out because the design of the flashlight overall is so absolutely stout. All right, let's go a little further and then we'll check it out again. Here we go. It's back on high. It just takes about 45 seconds to cool off enough when you're not using it to go back to high. Amazing torch. God dang, it's a good torch. All right, we're facing the hill, heading down on the way home. You can see all the way to the end. This thing does not let you down. All right, friends, I'm on the second to highest mode. I went ahead and switched it down so you can see that it's still bright, but and throwy, but not as much so that it's not gonna, I'm not gonna push it to its gourd here and make it work too hard, because I don't need to have this hot tamale in my hands. But I wanted to go over a little bit how you can get into running now that we've looked at the light. What you definitely can do is start running. And you might think, well, I'm not a runner, I'm not in shape enough, I'm old, my knees are hurting, I don't have good oxygen uptake, I have a diminished lung capacity. You might give yourself 150 reasons for why you can't do it, but I'm telling you, I shared almost every one of those, including troubled knees and horrible oxygen uptake, and of course being a tall guy and an older guy. But I found that just as with everything, small steps lead to big changes, and I'm going to tell you today how you can do what I did. The first tip to getting into running is you want to start with walking as consistently long as you can. Get an audiobook, get a podcast, put in some earbuds, and just start walking 30 minutes or as long as you can. And then 2 weeks later, jump it up to an hour until you can do 2 hours steady walking and without stopping for any significant amount of time. Once you do that, then you can jump up to the next step. You can say, well, every time I pass every other mailbox, I have to do a light run. and you just do a little trot to the next one every time you pass a white car, etc., etc. So you start playing games with yourself, and pretty soon you get, God, it's an amazing throw even on the non-highest level, and the light is barely warm. It's really not even barely warm. You start to have fun because you realize you're not afraid anymore, and you don't have any crazy expectations. And you also notice that you get to a point where your body resists you. Once you start experimenting with actual running, you'll notice that you get breaths out very quickly. And if you're like most people, you'll only be able to go 1/10 of a mile, and then you're tired. You're like, this is not going to work. I just am not cut out for it. Well, all hope is not lost, because what you'll keep doing is you'll keep doing that until you can go 1 full mile. And if you're over about 40, give yourself every other day. So do it 1 day, every other day, come out and do it again. And you'll find that you give your knees enough rest to get back at it. So now obviously I can't speak for everybody. I know there are people who would never be able to run, but for the vast majority of people, myself included, I had little bone fragments and cartilage fragments that were catching as I went downstairs and went upstairs. So if I can do it, you can do it. So this is one of the, you will amaze yourself at how you can do it. Pretty soon, you will get to be able to finish your first mile in about 12 minutes. And once you do that, you will say, hey, I am a god. I am just all sorts of awesome. And from there, you will keep doing that to where you can repeat that. Do it on a cloudy day, do it on a hotter day, do it in the afternoon, and pretty soon, the 1 mile marker will be as easy for you as walking to the bathroom. And you'll realize, hey, what I thought was way out of my range is within my range. And again, depending on your age, depending on your health, you'll find that lights you on fire, so that you will be able to take off. And you will be able to do any and everything you want. So anyway, that was not intended. I didn't even intend to bring that up. I just had such a good run tonight. I thought I would mention it in connection with this amazing little torch. I apologize if this is too much for you, but I do want everybody to stay in shape. Again, I'm 47, and I have turned my life around, and if you're not conscious of that, then you're going to wind up with problems. Believe you me, you do not want that. So knock it out, and happy light bearing, and I will see you in the next video.